Everyone, I hope you had a great day. Here it's feeling like fall, so that made today already kind of magical. I hope you guys had a good day too. So we are going to dive in to low stress couponing and really wherever your questions take us as well. So if you have a question, whatever it might be, leave it in the comments and I will see it, or my husband will see it. And between the two of us, I will try to get you an answer. It does not have to be about how to de-stress or how to save more and be less stressed. It can be on anything, really. I'm okay with that. But in the last few weeks, we have had a number of folks that have asked kind of that basic, you know what, I'm overwhelmed. And how do I do this? How do I save money without being overwhelmed? And I know that there are a lot of folks that are either trying to get back into it or jumping in for the first time. So how do you dive in and not get overwhelmed? I'm going to share my tips, but I know that there are a lot of folks that are on every Monday night, and you guys are pretty awesome and have been at this for a while too. So as we go through, if you have tips on how you have taken some stress out of saving money, stick those in the comments too. Help folks out because I know that this isn't just a one or a two people issue. This is an ongoing issue. It's really the number one excuse that I hear from folks as to why they don't coupon, because that's part of knowing me. Like if you know me personally and you run into me at church or you run into me in the grocery store, I feel like the first thing people want to do is apologize to me. Like, oh, it's Jenny. I don't coupon anymore because I don't have the time. That's the number one. I don't have the time, or I don't have the energy, or it was too overwhelming. And honestly, this doesn't have to take a lot of time. It's really where folks have gone possibly overboard or possibly not necessarily utilizing all the things that are there to make it easier for you. It doesn't have to be overwhelming. So that's my goal. I don't know if I can accomplish that in 1 hour, but that's my goal tonight, is to try to just get that across. We could all just, I don't know, say little chants or whatnot, calm down and save money. There's probably a shirt that says that somewhere too. So Sonali, you are just jumping in with my first one. And my first one is pick one grocery store. And honestly, there's no need to go to every grocery store in town. Yes, you may look and see, oh wow, this is on sale at Kroger and this is on sale at Publix. You know what? Everything will come on sale at the store that you've picked, not the same week. That's not how it works. Publix is running their own sales cycles and Kroger is running their own sales cycles, and sometimes they overlap. Like hot dogs were on sale everywhere this week because Labor Day is a grilling holiday. But normally they don't overlap. But that doesn't mean that I need to go to every store in a 30-mile radius to get this week's deals, because those same deals are going to pop in at the store that I normally go to. So just kind of chill it out a little bit. One grocery store is plenty and will get you the deals that you want to get when you're following the sales. So I'm not saying that you're going to go to Publix and you're just going to buy everything that you need. That's not how we're shopping. We're not shopping based on need. We're shopping based on what's on sale, hopefully. And I know that's going to take a few weeks to get there. But if you're following the sales, everything will come on sale at the store that you pick. Now, I said one grocery store. I want you to pick one drugstore too. And doing one grocery store and one drugstore, where yes, I'm telling you two stores, but once you really get into this and you've shopped the drugstores enough, you don't even need to go there every week. My 7-year-old informed me today that we have way too much shampoo in our house, and that for some reason in her world, I'm not buying conditioner. No, I am. It's just way back in the back of the cabinet. I don't need to shop the drugstore deals. I go there every week to take pictures for you guys, but I tend to only shop the deals once a month because my rewards are gonna expire and I gotta keep them going. I don't wanna lose that's free money. We're not gonna lose free money, but I only have to shop it once a month because seriously, this week you can go to Walgreens and leave with 4 free tubes of toothpaste. How much toothpaste do you need? 4 free tubes will last our family of 7 quite a while. And you can get that almost every single week. So I don't need to be in the drugstores every single week. Now, I know for some of you, you love it, and that's okay. I'm not preaching to the folks who are doing just great, But it's really the folks who want to save money but feel overwhelmed by it all. This is a big one. Like one grocery store once a week and one drugstore after a little while once a month, you're set. So not a ton of stores. We're just going to nix that one from the start. And then we'll move on through some other ones. Lynn, a quick off-topic question. Do CVS cash cards expire? They do not. So enjoy that one. I am actually still finishing up a couple dollars that are on a spring one from Easter. So have a blast with it all. They never expire. They'll put a date on them because they'd love for you to use it by a certain point, but gift cards are not allowed to expire. The value is not allowed to go down in most states of the United States. Okay, so we've got our one grocery store, or one drugstore. That right there is going to take a lot off of your plate. We don't need to make this as overwhelming as humanly possible. And then what about just in general? You may not like this. This may sound stressful, but having a meal plan, just basically mapping out. Like bare bones basic works, but having a meal plan helps you when you're in the store. And it doesn't necessarily help you in terms of like, I got everything on the list. It takes some stress off, because how many of us hit the grocery store and you're like, oh, wait a second, what are we even going to eat this week? And you're standing in the middle of the grocery store trying to figure out, making sure you're not forgetting something. So take a second before you get there, because you're going to have that moment in the store. So just go ahead and do that before you leave the house. Bare bones, write down 5 or 6 things. You don't even have to assign them to a day. If meal planning stresses you out, just 5 or 6 things. Make sure we've got everything for those things, and then I know to look for those things in the grocery store. That right there, we're not even talking about couponing on that one, but that one right there takes some stress off in the store, because you went in already knowing that we had some sort of plan mapped out for the week. It is going to save you money for sure. I agree, Matt. But it is 100% on this one, saving you some stress from that. Just, am I forgetting something? Are we going to get home and decide that we needed cheese and I forgot to buy that? No, now you're good. So we're limiting stores. We're going to go in with meal plan. I also want you to start small. So if you are brand new or you're getting back into the hang of it, and you pull up the Publix list on Southern Savers, which has 100 things on it this week, that is not your goal. You don't need to be trying to go in and buying every single deal in Publix. You will get overwhelmed. You're gonna get just flustered. I know a few weeks ago, someone sent me an email and said, I just feel like the coupons go flying when I hit the register, and this just isn't working. So let's tone it down and let's go for 10 deals. That would be my magical number. Maybe you need to go for less. I don't know where you are. If you're incredibly overwhelmed, go for 2. But let's just make a list of 10 deals. So when I'm saying, use the list that's on Southern Savers, and you're pulling up the grocery list, so sit there, go down the list, check the check boxes. I'm going to pull up my screen here and show you what in the world I'm talking about. But check the check boxes of what you want to grab, so that you're just focusing on 10 things. Now, a tip for that, by the way, so here's my screen. I've zoomed in on the Publix list, guys, just so you can see it. But every grocery store on Southern Savers has a tab over here off to the right that says dollar or less items. So if you're brand new and you just want to grab 10 deals, let's click on that tab, because that is just going to remove all the other things. Now, everything on the list, this is a good week to grab it. It's on sale this week. It's a decent way to grab it. So I'm not trying to get you to ignore the whole list, but this is a great way, if I don't have a lot of time or I'm just getting started, to truly focus on the best deals I possibly can. One little note here, because it's Monday night, I already have next week's Publix ad up. So make sure, if you're using this dollar or less tab, right here is all the names of all the tabs. You got to pick a list. You cannot shop both of the Publix weekly ads. So do I want to shop the one that's going to start, or do I plan to go to the store this week? You got to make that decision. So let's focus not on the future deals. Let's focus on what's now. Those are all going to go, they're going to disappear as soon as I uncheck that box. And now we're just looking at the top deals right now in the store, and I'm going to pick 10 of them. So, just click the box and add 10 things to your shopping list. Whatever 10 you want to add, I'm just randomly picking some. Let's go here and I might even just stop early for you guys. So, okay, we've picked a few. Down at the bottom, I'm going to pull it over a shopping list, but I want to show you a few things that you can do with the shopping list too that will de-stress it a little bit. So let's add it to a shopping list. Now I have those things only on my shopping list. Even here, it can be overwhelming for folks because there's a lot of coupons. Like you want to get Tums, and we've got four Tums coupons plus some others. You can actually sit here and take them off. So you see how it's red? Take them away. If you don't want them, I'm not planning on using them, that printable's gone, take them away, clean them up. If that makes you happy, clean it up. You can also completely take things off if you change your mind later. But the one that I wanted to mention here, or a couple things I guess, is let's say that you need things. They're not on sale, but I need them. Or your husband says, oh, will you pick this up for me? You can actually add things to your shopping list with this green button. Let me see if I can make this any bigger for folks too. But you can add items to your shopping list. So, oh, I should have typed there, sorry. Let's say we decide to add Chobani yogurt to the list. I'm just making it a name brand for a reason here in a second, but you can add anything, name brand or not. Boom, I've added it. I don't have to add a price there. I'm just adding it to the list. But this is the next part. I can add coupons to that if I want to. And this is just pulling in the coupon database. So if I search for Chobani, it will pull in the database, and now I can sit here and add any Chobani coupons that I want to the shopping list. Now the shopping list doesn't know that you're going for Publix. We could probably try to give it that ability, but because you can actually add multiple stores to the same shopping list, it's a little tricky. So some of the coupons won't work necessarily, but some will. And you can just kind of go down the list and you can pick ones. I'm just picking a couple that you plan to use and then say done. And now I've added the item to my list and I've added coupons to it. If that just helps you get the things that are on sale, helps you find the coupons for them, just do it on your shopping list versus sitting there with a binder or scrolling through printable sites. This is just a faster way to do it. Now, another little tip here. Let's say that we've got a lot of apps where you can share your shopping list with friends and family or whatnot. You can actually do that here. I could give this URL to all of you right now, and you would all be able to pull up this shopping list and view it. So if you wanted to, that URL is unique for every shopping list. They will not have the ability to edit your shopping list. Only you can do that. That's just so that you don't share it with a friend and they go and delete everything off your list. But you can quickly make a list and share it with a spouse, share it with a teenager if you're going to send a teenager to the store, just so you know that it can do that. Could be kind of huge for you, might not be, I don't know. I know some folks that actually make lists for other folks, people that don't have the time to sit there and pull their list. They do this and they just send them the URL. Perfect, you could do that. Now, one other thing I want to show you before we move on is the fact that you can make your own list. So when you are on Southern Savers, you'll see at the top, when you're logged in, one of the options at the top will say Public List Maker. And this is actually your ability to come in and let's say, I just want to go to Aldi, Jenny. I just want to go grocery shopping this week. I can do that. And you can put in anything you want for that store. You can also add coupons. Aldi's not a very good example there, but you could. So we could really start from scratch here. I'm not using the Publix ad. I'm just making my own shopping list. But as I add things, and I shouldn't have named this Aldi, but I can add Chobani. I don't even need to add a price if I don't want to, but Chobani 48 ounce, and I can hit add. I left the price off, but I could have. And then right here, as I hover over the item, this little blue bar, you may not be able to see it if you're on your phone, it says find coupons. And it automatically is going to add in the word Chobani, but I can just sit here and add in the coupons, just like I was on the shopping list, but actually a little larger. So if you wanted to start from scratch, this is kind of an easy way to handle it. So I have added in coupons and then I say it's done. And now it's ready to go. When I'm done adding in whatever I wanted to buy and finding whatever coupons I wanted to find, I can click create a printable shopping list and it's gonna look just like it would have if you had started with one of the lists that I've already made for you. So I get folks that maybe they live up north or you're going to a grocery store that I don't cover. My mother-in-law, for example, her closest grocery store is an IGA. I can't cover IGA. It's a little tiny store, but she really could sit here and find coupons for at least the things she needed before she went to the store making a shopping list. So just wanted you to know that it was there. And it's kind of a way, a way to make your own list and possibly to take some stress off. If the biggest part for folks is finding the coupons, let the database do that for you. So that's really why you're making a shopping list, is I'm adding the items so that I can just pull that right in with the database and make a list versus having to hand write it out or however else you're doing it. Use those features. So a few other things in terms of reducing stress. A lot of the deals that you're going to see now use phones. They are mobile app deals. That can be incredibly overwhelming. Keeping tabs with mobile apps, they're all different, all kind of work in different ways. So if you're brand new or just getting started, pick one mobile app. Don't try to do all of them. Once you're uploading a couple, you're going to get the hang of it pretty quick. But for those first few weeks, just keep it simple. One mobile app, maybe after a couple weeks, you add another one. If I had to pick, I would start with Ibotta. I think my mom's the one that kind of keeps our database running. She just enters coupons all day long. And she was telling me this weekend that Ibotta is up to like 1,600 offers across all the stores. Some are store specific. That's a lot of offers. And no other mobile app has that many in there. So if you're trying to pick one, that's a good one to start with. It's also one that, depending on the store that you've picked, is directly linked. So you don't have to do any work. I just buy the item, I make sure that I've unlocked the item, and I am going to get the money back. Now, one tip here, and this gets folks too, is that those offers in Ibotta, in Checkout 51, wherever you are, whatever app you're deciding to use, this is important. They are not yours. So when I save them, if I come in here and I click the button and officially save this $1 off of Band-Aids, it does not mean that it's yours. And this got a few folks with the 99-cent community coffee at CVS a couple weeks ago, because it was a $3 off a community coffee coupon. They were on sale for $3.99, pretty sweet. But just because it's saved, it's not necessarily yours. And if the whole world went out today and bought Band-Aids, this offer would meet its limit and it would be gone. So if you're going into the store and you're new and you've made your 10-item deal list and they're all Ibotta offers, or a great example to hop out of buy low here is to head over to Target and Walmart, because Target and Walmart always have offers that are buy one, get one, or for example, these guys, it says 10 minutes left, no pressure here, but you may not even catch that. So let's say that while we're talking, someone is in Target and you're checking out, you don't even realize this thing's counting down. So a really big tip to help you out, just to feel like you didn't fail, because that's a huge bummer to go and try to upload a receipt and the offer does not exist, is in the store. You've already saved it maybe. You've hit that little plus sign and you've saved the offer, but in the store, use the barcode scanner, because it's gonna automatically pull up if something has an offer, and the toothpaste that I have here doesn't have an offer. But it would do that. If it pulled it up and it wasn't there anymore, you'd say, we can't find any offers for that. You just saved yourself from buying it. So you'd say, oh, it's gone. Yes, I drove here for the deal, but at least I didn't waste money on the deal. So scanning the barcode before you check out, you will know whether or not that Ibotta offer is still available for you. You can do the same thing, check it in Checkout 51. Saving Star is the one mobile app that they are saved for you, so you don't have this issue there. But this can be a very frustrating issue when you are first getting started. So that you get saved by that, it's gonna make it a lot less frustrating overall to not feel like you just wasted money. I went out for a deal and now it's gone. And it's kind of like the worst put off. Like, I was doing this to save money and it all failed. So that's why we're starting with a small list, but just to save yourself with mobile apps, since most of our deals are using those, that you can make sure that that offer is still there before you check out. So Christy, great question. Christy Quinn, my daughter's on a special diet from her doctor. She can have no wheat, no gluten, no fructose corn syrup. So where is the best store to find these products? In all honesty, Christy, these are in every store. It's going to become your job to now read the products and what's in them. Honestly, a good chunk of what's in them on processed items are not going to work for you. So it's going to mean for her that a lot of what she's eating, you're going to need to make from scratch. I'm not saying that there aren't some things that you can grab. There's just not a lot. Once you start to narrow out multiple allergens, you've started, just slowly narrowing what your options are in the grocery store. And in can and packaged, it's not a lot. So it's just picking a store. You could maybe try a store that had a larger organic section, in theory, hoping that it has a larger gluten-free section. But I think you're going to find, it's easier to give her fruits and veggies, to give her, cut up veggie snacks, to give her other things like that, and that you've just slowly read the ingredients to figure out what she can and what she can't have for a while. Okay, I'm going to jump through some other questions too. So Pamela, my husband pulled yours. So you said, hi, I'm one of those. So hi, Pamela. It's like we can have our small, hi, my name is Pamela and I'm overwhelmed. You are not alone. And there's a lot of folks that we all get overwhelmed about various things. That was me this afternoon on something else, not couponing related, but we all have our moments. And couponing can definitely be that moment for a lot of folks. Tara, and Ibotta question, if you load an Ibotta for Publix, will it be loaded for Kroger too? So yes, Tara, that's a great question. And I had this all hooked up so that you guys could see, and it just decided that my phone wasn't connected anymore. So let's see if I can make it show back up for y'all. We'll see whether or not it wants to be there. Come on, buddy. Sometimes it's happy. Yay. Okay. So let me pull up the phone again and show you. I'll just try not to touch the phone and maybe that'll make it happy too. But inside Ibotta, if I go in, let me pull up Publix. If I go in and I load an offer that is good everywhere, we don't care about Instacart today. So for example, here's our Band-Aids. I just loaded that in Buy Low. It's already checked for Publix. But any store that it is also available at, this one's even good at Kmart. Good luck. Does anyone have a Kmart anymore? All those stores, as soon as I load it in one of them, it is technically in the list for all of them. So if I went and I bought this in Buy Low is a direct link store, I'm done. I don't have to do any work. Or I went and I bought this in Target, and maybe I didn't have my Target account linked, then I would come home and take a picture and I'd be set. So when you hit your list, you can see that blue bar down at the bottom. Your list shows everything that you've unlocked and everything that's available, and then you're good to redeem those items. It does not mean, however, the list does not mean that they're in all stores. These are just everything that you've unlocked. But when you go to redeem, and I'll back out again, and I click the redeem button, and then I pick a store. So if I pick Kroger, it would then narrow down what wasn't good at Kroger once I took pretend pictures. So you would kind of have an idea of what was or wasn't, but hopefully you've already unlocked it all. Okay, so another Ibotta question I just saw. Lynn, is there a way to know if an Ibotta offer will reset and you can do it again? There's not. However, if an Ibotta offer has a bonus that specifically states, like you've redeemed this offer 2 or more times, that's a good clue. But that is definitely not on every offer. We don't see bonuses all the time. So if I pull up an offer and I see it, like for example, the pull-ups deal that we saw for so long, Ibotta had just a coupon off of regular pull-ups. And then there was a bonus offer. If you submitted that pull-ups offer a certain number of times, you got an additional bonus. That is a huge key in that it's going to come back, but not on every offer. And there's no way to know it. So if an offer in a mobile app, and this is not just Ibotta, if you're using mobile app and that offer says a limit of 3 or a limit of 4, it's usually best for you to go ahead and use it however many times you want to use it the first time, because there is a good chance that it will not be there. If you then decided later, if you bought one and then you thought, oh, that was great, I'm gonna go back and get some more, it may not come back. And then you're kind of sad. You just missed a chunk that you could have gotten. Okay. And Matt, you're saying the 15 off 50. Wow, that's interesting. I wonder if Target posted that, Matt, just for Labor Day. You're making me pull up my Target app and see. So Target had a Circle offer. Yep, it's gone, for a $10 gift card or $15 gift card on a $50 household purchase in the Circle app. It is no longer there. It was only there through today, I guess, and they've decided no one else needed to purchase it. So just because, and the same for Target too, just because you save a Target Circle offer or you save a Target manufacturer's offer doesn't mean it's yours. So everywhere else we're good. It's just those particular apps, Ibotta, Checkout 51, Target, that they can take them away. They're not saved for you forever, and that's really hard. If I go to Publix and I save e-coupons, they're mine. No one can have them. They're in my account, even when Publix takes them away, but not the case in other stores. Okay, let me jump through a few other things, and then I'll get to some other questions. Oh, and Matt, good to see that. Central Florida is back to rating rain checks. That's exciting. I'll have to try that out when I'm in Publix this week and see what they say in our area too. Maybe other folks have also seen that, but very exciting. And I know you guys hopefully saw that Publix is also back with their now extra savings flyers, but what we used to call Advantage Buy flyers. And Terry, is there a beginning video on how to coupon? You're a newbie and lost. Yes, there are a couple ways to get there. So if you go to our YouTube channel, which is youtube.com/Southern Savers, you will see a Getting Started Couponing 101 workshop that I did online live just a few months ago. You can also pop over to our Facebook grocery group. That is really hard to say. And it is the pinned top post is a Couponing 101 workshop. So either way, and I'm a little behind. I need to go in and improve group members. So my right-hand person that helps me out the most had a baby about a week and a half ago. So I've been flying a little solo, guys. And you just have to, if you've been waiting to get into a group, I'm getting there. Slowly, I'm getting there. But it's hard to lose folks that help you out. Okay. So a few more ways to take some stress off. Hitting mobile apps and telling you to watch out for a kind of a hidden quirk. I know it may not feel like it's removing stress, and I'm not trying to add stress by adding in that little tip on Ibotta, but I don't want you to mess up on your first jaunt to the store. So that's why we want to keep our list short, but it's also just why you want to make sure your deals are going to work. So one way to take some stress off in the store. And this is how I organize my list, and maybe it won't help you, but for me, I do not have a binder. I don't even really take my coupons to the store with me. The only thing that goes to the store with me are the coupons that I've already cut, that I've already gathered, and a shopping list that specifically says off to the side of my printable shopping list, 3, 2, 1, just down the printable list from Southern Savers. If a coupon says that you have to buy a certain kind. So cereal is a great example here. Let's say you have a coupon just for Kellogg's Frosted Mini Wheats, but a few of them are on sale. So that little buy one, get one section on your shopping list will say Frosted Mini Wheats, Frosted Flakes, whatever. I'll actually write 2 MW. So I know that it's 2 mini wheats. You use whatever code you want. But the goal for me is that I have gone through the coupons before I left the house, organized the shopping list with how many to buy of each item, to where really in the store, I don't need to stop in the middle of an aisle and pull the coupon back up and look at it. I know what it's for. The coupon is listed on the shopping list, but I've also made any other little note that I needed to, abbreviation or however you're gonna do it on the side, really quick. Doesn't take very long. But that extra, let's say that it took me 7 or 8 minutes, that extra 7 or 8 minutes to sit there and count, oh, I got 3 of those coupons, or I have 2 of these, but they're for buying 2 items a piece, so I got to buy 4 items. Taking that time before you get to the store means that through the store, I'm just a person using a shopping list. I'm not going to have to stop and look at coupons throughout the store. But the fact that I also don't shop with coupons means that if I come upon a deal in the store, I don't necessarily grab it. Maybe if I found that I had a digital coupon for it, but a lot of times I'm going to leave it right there. That's also saving you time, by the way. Like, yes, I left a deal on the shelf, but I can pretty much guarantee you that you're going to see Kellogg's cereal on sale again in just a couple more weeks. So it's not like you're going to starve because a cereal that you weren't expecting also happened to be on sale. You're going to be okay. So I go into the store with the list of what I've prepared, and that's it. And I look at the coupons one time before I go to checkout. So find a quiet aisle where nobody is. In my Publix, for example, if we're talking Publix, they've kind of moved the wine section over by the checkouts. So if you have something that's over by the checkouts that no one's ever in, maybe it's the health and beauty section, just chill there for a minute and look at your stack of coupons and just go through. Yep, I bought all these things, and then pull out anything you didn't. Maybe they were out of it, or you saw it and you were like, oh yeah, I don't want that. I changed my mind. Pull those coupons out. So now when I go to the register, I don't really need to do anything. I'm gonna unload the groceries and I'm gonna hand them my stack of coupons, but I'm not gonna need to go through coupons. I'm not gonna need to go through the stack. We've done all of that before we got to the register. Because I will agree with you, like seriously, I have been couponing now for almost 15 years, kind of crazy, but true. And even at 15 years, deals will still not work. You know, you'll still go in with a plan and it didn't work right, and you'll still get flustered. So it's trying to take anything that can fluster you away from a situation is going to be a help in the end. So do that for yourself. The little bit of work before you go to the store, and then pulling over before you go to checkout, I promise you, they are worth those minutes. Now, one question that I get a lot is how much time do I take to get ready to go to the store? So for me to make my shopping list and then pull the coupons that the shopping list tells me to pull, and guys, this should be easy. If you organize your coupons based on just keeping them by the insert, that's how I organize mine. But if you keep you don't cut them. I don't keep them in a binder. I just keep them in, a general, place that you want to stick them, but they're by the week that they came out. You will find that your lists line up perfectly by insert. So if you have not used the feature of having, so I'm pulling up my CVS list this week, the quick cutting guide at the bottom, this is coupons that are up here. It's all the coupons that are up here, but it's by week, so that I can just pull out the 8/16 inserts and I can cut everything I need from that insert in the 8/23 and kind of moving on down until you hit the bottom, or you hit the bottom of what you have, cut what you've got. For me, this is where, and I've shared this a lot, this is where I actually hand the list over to kids. So I think that every kid should learn how to cut by cutting coupons. It's a great way to learn how to cut. And really for us, even my 5-year-old, she's reached a point where I would trust her to cut coupons. They work on expired coupons until I trust them, just so you know. Don't hand them good coupons until they actually know what they're doing. But all I do is mark off to the side how many I want them to cut, and they cut all the coupons down. So when you're printing your shopping list, maybe you print it twice if that makes you happy, or you don't need this part in the store. So at the top, you can take that part off. You can click hide quick cutting guide, and boom, it's gone. So if that makes you happy, it can go away too. But it is there to save you time. So back to how long this takes me to make the actual shopping list, maybe 10 minutes, and that's kind of on the steep end, probably more like 5 or 6, to just go down the list and check what we want. pull it over to a shopping list, and then while they're cutting the inserts, I'm printing the printables. So we can usually, with the help of my crew, be ready to go to the store in probably 30, max 40 minutes. And that would be for a pretty big list. So it's up to you. If you don't have the cutting help, maybe it hits the 45 or 50 minute mark. But it doesn't need to take a ton of time, because you're just gonna go down the list, hopefully, and cut the coupons that the list tells you to cut. The goal is to take the stress off. You don't need to match the deals. We've done that. You don't need to go hunting for the coupons. Now, I did want to mention one thing, and this is more for my folks that have been around this for a while. You may not realize this, but if you make your shopping list tonight, let's say you go to the Publix list, the new list is up that starts on Wednesday, and you make your shopping list tonight. The list hadn't even started yet. Well, I am always adding to that list. You may not realize it, but I'm adding new coupons as they come out, new Ibotta's as they come out. And technically, once you make a shopping list, they don't come over. Those new coupons are on the main Publix list, always being updated, but they don't necessarily come to your shopping list. So let's say that on Monday night, you get in the habit while I'm live, you're watching the live video and you're making your Publix list, and this is just your Monday night routine, but you don't necessarily come and look at it to cut coupons for a couple more days. So I just want you to know there's a button up here. If you click the reset coupon changes, now this will undo anything that you've removed. So if I took this one off the list and I took another one off the list, it'll undo anything I've taken off the list, but it will also fully update anything that's new been added to the list. So it's like it goes and repulls your list for you, fresh and new. So just a little tip, if you haven't worked on it for a few days, you pulled it, but then you left it, it doesn't hurt to hit that button, because odds are I have added something to it. So that is why, if you have not been around for a while, that's why we moved, and it's not showing up because I'm going so fast, but we moved this new it's really like a standing page. So you're on Publix, you have these tabs, but really what this is it's directly linked to the back end of a database system that I use. And so as I'm adding new deals or adding new coupons, you will see that list update. For example, Kroger mega events, all my Kroger folks, you will come over on a Wednesday and there'll be a ton of things getting added to your list that you're like, I know these things have coupons. Why is Jenny not adding coupons to them? Because that list is already live. And so as I add things to the mega event, they are adding them for you. But I haven't hit the next tab of adding coupons to them. So if the mega event has 100 items, you gotta give me some minutes to type in all the items. I do this in a set routine here, type the items and then coupon it. But those lists are always changing. So hopefully that will help you a little bit. Just know how to update your list for new coupons that have been added. You can also always add deals to a list that's already created too. That's an option down in the create a shopping list box. So kind of easy way if you see new things added to the list that you could add them to your Publix list or your Kroger list too. Okay, let me get back to some more questions. Danielle, great question. Do I think Black Friday will happen in stores? Someone asked me this last week too. I do think that yes, we will still see Black Friday in stores. Keep in mind, a number of stores have already come out saying they're closed on Thanksgiving. So no Target, no Walmart on Thanksgiving. And I suspect because of those two, most of the other big guys will close too. But I think what you'll see instead is a lot of stores mimicking Kohl's, what Kohl's has done now for a few years, and they're going to go to Black Friday week deals. They're going to try to take away the feeling of the need to be in the store and more give you the feeling that you can get those same deals online. Just watch for them to be timed deals and they're going to run out. So it will mean that if you're looking for one of those time deals that potentially you're up at midnight, you're waiting for that sale to activate. Some of them might be during the day too, hopefully, for those of us who don't want to stay up all night. But it's just going to be more of a Black Friday online. than we have ever seen in the past. That's what I would mostly expect. So Coupon Polly, I have a question about CVS. If you buy an item online that is buy $11 and get 8 extra care bucks, how do you get the extra care bucks? So if you shop on CVS or on Walgreens for that matter online, you will still get the rewards, and the rewards will be saved to your card. So Coupon Polly, if you still get your extra care bucks printed on your receipt, you will get a small glimpse of what couponing paperless is like. So my extra care bucks don't print on my receipt anymore, whether I shop in the store or not. They just go to my card. And that's going to be the case with an online CVS order, is that when you log in and you look at your CVS card, you're now going to see $8 in extra care bucks for buying this and this and this. And it'll be right there. You can hit load to card and save it, and then you're good to use it online or the next time you're in the store. Super easy because it's saved to your card. Okay. Just scrolling on through, can you tell CVS in which order you want your coupons to be run? For example, a 4 off 16 store coupon before a manufacturer. So Julia, no, the computer will automatically take those coupons no matter the order that they're scanned in a particular order. However, your manufacturer's coupons should actually have 0 impact on your store coupons. So if, unless this really was a $4 off any $16 purchase, I haven't had one of those in ages. But if we were talking about like a $4 off any $18 in hair care, I get that one every week. If I've got coupons that make my hair care purchase less than 18 that are manufacturer's coupons, that store coupon doesn't care, Julia. So as long as I bought $18, that store coupon is going to come off, and then my manufacturer's coupons will as well, which is pretty sweet. Is there a way to check barcodes in Ibotta instead of scanning? I was wanting to check an item. Oh, that is a great question. To be able to check an item before placing a Kroger pickup order. I do think that you can do that same thing, because when you use the barcode scanner in Ibotta, after you scan a barcode, you will see, and mine, it's already decided it doesn't want to reconnect to the computer here, but you'll see when you scan a barcode that what's left in the search box is the barcode's number. So for example, and I'll just do this so you can see, I just scanned that same toothpaste and you see its barcode right there, and that's basically all it's doing. So you're scanning the barcode, it's pulling in the barcode number, and then it's searching. So you should be good to be able to do that for an online order, which that kind of brings me to one of my bottom ones. Shop the deals online. So if you're overwhelmed and you're trying to save money, not only is it a great time to not go to the stores right now anyway, but shopping the deals online takes away the I'm in the checkout line and I'm flipping out moment. Because you're in complete control shopping online. Now, sometimes the deal doesn't work online, and that's frustrating, but you're frustrated in your own living room, and you're not having to be frustrated at a cashier, and there's not a person waiting behind you in line. And so if that's the case, that just kind of takes that level away for you. There are a number of stores that you can get the exact same deals and still be able to use digital coupons, mobile offers with your purchase. There are also grocery stores that will allow you to still show up and use paper coupons. So shop the Kroger deals online. Yeah, don't even bother going into Kroger. Just do a Kroger pickup order and come prepared with your paper coupons. Do a Walmart pickup order and you can now connect Ibotta to it and get all your Ibotta offers back. Target pickup, the same way. I can get Ibotta, I can use Target Circle. This is pretty great. Why go into Target? But you're taking away some of that stress as well. So shop the online deals. Yes, you're still going to need to go pick them up, but you didn't have to go into the store. You could do that as literally a drive-up order in Target or curbside in Kroger. Save yourself some of that headache, but you've been able to kind of, in a sense, coupon. You got all the deals. Now, one note on that, Target, Walmart, I can't use paper coupons. Kroger, I can. Harris Teeter, I can. Lowe's Foods. Those are the 3 stores. Kroger, Harris Teeter, Lowe's Foods, that I can shop all of their grocery deals. I can use their digital coupons, I can use paper coupons, and I can come out and get Ibotta offers as well. So it's just like you walked into the store. The only exception, you can't decide which bag of produce to buy, and that's hard for some folks. So maybe you don't do your produce in a pickup order. Maybe I know, you know what, I'm gonna buy everything else in a Kroger pickup order that's not produce, and then after they put it in the car, or before I go pick it up, I'm gonna run into Kroger and get my produce, then I'm gonna get in the car and drive over to the pickup and get everything else. You're not gonna have coupons for the produce anyway, but if you are just that kind of person that needs to be the one to pick which items you're getting, then go that route. But shopping those deals online, if you're brand new or the whole checkout experience is stressing you out, it's a great way to do it. So Matt, off-topic question. You need a dryer, and no one has them on sale. So yes, Black Friday is your next big day. Well, I take that back. Potentially Veterans Day, Matt, which is only like 3 weeks before Black Friday, but it's a little closer. Potentially you'll see something on Veterans Day. Black Friday is your next option if you didn't see the deals that you were wanting, or just waiting for like a scratch and dent at Lowe's and Home Depot might be the way to go. And by the way, my world was like awakened this past weekend. My husband and I went into Camping World and I got their recent catalog. I did not know that all-in-one units existed. But Matt, I think you should just jump in and spend a ton of money and get one of those. They literally make washers that are dryers now. Like, this is very Jetsons to me. But you can buy one. They're like $1,800 though, so that's not gonna help you very much. But I confess that I now want one. I don't think I'll be getting one ever, but just the fact that it exists is so super cool. So find one of those on Scratch and Dent, Matt. That's your goal in life. I want you to be able to have one too. It literally stops washing your clothes and starts drying them. Yeah, so you just are done and you go and you get your dry clothes. This is great. So in terms of the store, guys, my husband wants me to share a story. Walking through the store, sometimes just the most frustrating part is finding things in the store as well. And I had my own little personal friend in Bilo probably 2 weeks ago now. But he kept finding me on every single aisle and asking me where something was on the next aisle and the next aisle. And then he would keep saying, I'm sorry, I won't do this again. It was okay. You know what? Just ask somebody. Don't walk all over the store. Don't be the person that's going through the store refusing to ask directions. Yes, there are some things that are very hidden. If you want to go looking for Crunch Master, those little crackers, they're in the deli section. But if you're brand new, you don't know that they're in the deli section. So just ask somebody versus walking all over the store. I will gladly be your friend and help you on every single aisle if you want. I'm pretty sure I could work in most grocery stores, having walked them and hunted for their deals so long. You just learn where everything is throughout the store, and in a way I kind of felt like he was helping me use my knowledge. But ask for help always if you're in a store. Don't let that be the thing that makes you overwhelmed. Okay, Julie's having issues getting coupons to print, and you know what? Talking about being overwhelmed and stressed, that can be something for a lot of folks too. You're not alone. You're on a tablet, and right there, you're in a tricky boat. There's only one site that will work from a mobile device. That is coupons.com, and it is not all the time. I wish that it was. They would like to say that they're mobile friendly, but they are not always mobile friendly. So first off, with a mobile device, you have to make sure that you have a printer that will allow you to print from a mobile device. That is not all printers. And then it's kind of making sure that you're going through the right aspects with coupons.com to get it to work. And sometimes that's like holding your tongue just right. Sometimes it'll work and sometimes it won't work. You do have to verify that device just like you would verify your laptop. So that means going through sending a text message and all of that. But what I would do is make sure that you are good to go printing everything else possible and then attempting coupons. So in other words, I'm on the tablet, I'm printing recipes, I'm like trying it out, making sure that all of these are going to the printer without issues. And if those are all going great, then you should be okay. And if you're still not, shoot me an email, Julie, and I'll try to walk you through some other options of what you can do. So my email is jenny@southernsavers.com, and I will gladly help. I am going to tell you guys, if you want, I normally say send me a Facebook message. Just so you know, if you send me a Facebook message, I can't answer it right away. I am currently in Facebook jail. I come out of Facebook jail tomorrow night at 5 p.m. My husband had to make me a pretend account so that I could come live tonight to you guys. Just don't tell Facebook that. But I will try to get in and answer messages. I just can't guarantee that anything is going to work right now. Facebook put me in jail because, just in case you're curious, Hanes pantyhose are against their policies. So I didn't do anything wrong. They just decided that Hanes pantyhose, they're against Facebook policies. We just aren't supposed to wear them. Maybe that's what it is. I don't know. Let's see. So Karen says, I'm checking my items online. I'm scanning my items in the store, and I still have store coupons in CVS that are not coming off at the register. And then I'm frustrated because my bill is higher than expected. So what I would recommend, Karen, is for CVS that you maybe take your checkout down to literally one deal at a time. Just for maybe just a week is all it's going to take. But it's you kind of deal by deal. Let's figure out what is it that is not working. And so you'll see, because when you do all your deals, so for me, when I check out in CVS and I have everything on the counter at the same time, you can't always see what is working. The other thing you can do in CVS, and this is that, depends on how well you know your cashier. And I know right now with the big plexiglass screens, this is a little trickier. But those CVS register screens that the cashier is looking at swivel. So ask them, can you, swing that around and let me see what digital coupons, because they're automatic, they've automatically applied. Can I see what digital coupons have applied and have not applied? And so you can just look right there on your screen and you can see which ones it's not wanting to accept and try to figure it out before you check out. Maybe it's accepting something else, and so it feels like your total has come lower, because store coupons will mess with store coupons. But getting a feel for what isn't working deal by deal is your best way to do that. Whether that's looking at the screen, if you know the cashier well enough. My cashiers have never complained. They've all, sure, if you want to look at it, whatever. They were not going to let you touch it. Definitely not right now. But that way, maybe that would help, and maybe that would take some frustration off. Yeah, Donna, great. I love that one. So Donna's asking, can I show you how to use the database to get rid of expired coupons? Yes, this is a huge tip. So the database on Southern Savers, if you organize your coupons by date, like I do, I should have brought my, I just keep them in a big box, but I left it in the other room. So if you organize your coupons by date, then every 12 weeks, you need to get rid of an insert. So I only have 12 hanging file folder pockets in my organizer. So every week I get a new set of inserts. I need to come in and find the oldest set and pull it out and put this week in its spot. But that doesn't mean that everything in that insert has expired. So you can come to the database and you can put in, let's see, there we go, I'm trying to scroll it up. You can put in the name of the newspaper and the date that you're getting rid of. And let me see, let me get us a date that's farther back here. So if we go back, let's say we go back 3 months, that's usually where we are. And let's say July 12th. Let's just see what we look like with July 12th. So I put in SS 712, and this is returning 9 coupons. That's all that's left in that 712 insert that are still any good. If it doesn't return anything, then it has fully expired. So if we go back another notch, let's say we go back to June 28th. So now we're like really back. Oh, not June 69th. That's not a date. Not even, I'm just having issues here. June 28th. So SS 628. These are the coupons that are still good in the June 28th insert. And obviously you're just going to be removing one at a time, or maybe you've got a couple weeks that you want to look at. But if it returns nothing, so I'm just keep jumping back in more. You always want to do a 2-digit week or day of the week, sorry. So this is our best example. We finally hit the magical number, June 7th. So look at this insert, guys. I'm going to zoom in so that you can see it even better. These are all the coupons that are still good in June 7th. And this June 7th and 3rd. But look at every single one of them. They all expire this weekend. So most of the time, when you pull out that 12-week-old insert, everything in it will be bad. But there are 3 that are not expired yet. So if you wanted to hold on to those, this is your quick way. I don't have to sit there and look through the whole insert. This is your quick way to know what to keep. Do I want to even go through and get them? So I've got 2 nail fungus coupons and a Bausch & Lomb Preservision. It's like eye vitamins. You know what? Those are 3 things I'm probably not going to purchase. So while the coupon has not expired, I probably would not sit down and cut those coupons. I would just go ahead and get rid of that insert. So that's how you want to do that. Again, the name of the insert, so SS, and I just realized you couldn't see where I was, SS here, and then the date of the insert, which is it can be a 1-digit month, the month doesn't matter, but a 2-digit day. So 07/28, obviously. So we could switch from SS, we could go to RMN. Odds are there wasn't an RMN that week, but if there was, it's all expired as well. So if nothing shows up, then there's nothing good that is left in that insert. And that's the fast way to do that. And it's great. I use that every week to quickly tell what is good and what is bad, and whether I want to spend any time dealing with the rest of those coupons. I'm glad you asked that because I had not put that on my list of quick things to share to just save you some time. Is Kroger going to keep the buy 5 items and save, or do you think they'll go back to the save with every 5 items? So Amanda, I do suspect that what they're doing now, this new version of a mega event, is what they're going to keep. Their mega event process was really kind of overwhelming for folks and very hard for folks to remember whether they had purchased 5. So I remember years ago, like stopping in the middle of an aisle and counting everything in the buggy like 4 times to make sure that I bought the right number. They realized that this was becoming kind of a impediment. People were not wanting to deal with that. So they've taken it away permanently. It's not just a COVID thing. It's an ongoing thing for Kroger. Wendy, can you do this CVS gift card deal more than once? No, it is a limit of 1 per CVS card per week. So we're gonna see it come back. We saw it last week, we're seeing it again this week. And I think it's in next week's ad as well. I normally start typing that on Tuesday mornings. So 1 a week, that's all you get. Okay, can I use an $8 off $40 CVS store coupon with a $3 off 10 lotion and a $4 off 18 hair care? Yes, you can. You can stack all of those together as long as you've purchased the requirements for each one of them. And that 8 off 40 store coupon, you're going to need to have purchased, to be able to use all 3 of them together, you'll need to have purchased $47 worth of products because it will be after store coupons. It won't be after manufacturer's coupons, but it will be after store coupons. So just so that you're in the right on that one. Okay, so Mikkel says, I only get my Kroger receipt through email and I printed it off and took a picture for I bought it and they rejected it. Do you know why? I don't know why they reject them, but I know that you're not alone. I had some folks tell me that for CVS last week, that they were having that same issue because they had paperless receipts. So if they're not going to accept them at all, and right now you can't link your Kroger card, you haven't been able to do that for almost a year probably on Ibotta, your only option might be to go into the store and ask for a duplicate receipt. They should be able to, with your Kroger card, actually to pull your last transaction and give you a duplicate receipt in the store, not even the day that you shopped it. Guys, you can do this in Lowe's. You may not even realize that, but having a My Lowe's card, you're in a home improvement store, they can do that. Kroger can do that too. So just go to customer service and ask them for a duplicate receipt, and that should make it to where you're set to get your Ibotta offers submitted. Great, Kathy. So you're checking out in CVS, and those CVS cashiers want to know how many extra care bucks you want to use before you get the total. And that's the way that their system works. It's not going to give you a total until they have selected the CVS extra care bucks. So with CVS, the best that I can tell you, they will be able to see a general subtotal before, it's before your store coupons apply, but it's after all your manufacturer's coupons. So scan all your manufacturer's coupons, get them to give you that kind of that subtotal after manufacturer's coupons. Where are we? Won't be with store coupons. And then you need to know, you know what, I'm using, just like Mindy was listing off, I'm using a 3, a 4, and an 8. Then I need to realize that that's going to take off $15 in store coupons. Hopefully you're not going to, be using 14 store coupons. Normally you're probably only using 3, maybe 4, but you're going to need to know that total on your own, because that part they can't see. And then you're going to say, okay, you've told me my subtotal is 22, but I'm about to use $15 in store coupons, so I'd like to use $7 in extra care bucks, or a 5, and I'll pay the extra 2. You don't ever want to go over, because then you lose them, as you've learned. But that's the best way to do it, is get them to give you the subtotal, and then you know the total on your store coupons. Okay. Can you do a couple stores when making a list? So Alice, yes, you can. So if you're using Southern Savers and I wanted to put Publix and Kroger on the same shopping list, you could put them on separate shopping lists. I honestly have never put them on the same shopping list. I am A-okay, even if that list has 4 items on it, keeping them separate, just because it makes it a lot less overwhelming in the store to not be worried that you're on the wrong list. But you can completely, on that create a shopping list box in the bottom, pull up any old list that you want and add those deals to that old list. So I will pull up Publix really quick here and just show you based on the list that I already have in the system. So here we go. I'm going to click on household just to jump to the bottom, and we'll click on 2 things here down in the household section. And because I'm logged in, if you're not logged in, this isn't an option. I can add this to any list I want. I could add it to a list from 6 months ago. I wouldn't recommend that. But maybe I go back to this Publix list and I could add them to this. I could add them anywhere I wanted. And now, boom, those items are now on that list that I just made for you guys, really playing around. They're now right there at the bottom of this list as well. It was a separate time, just coming back later. So for example, if you have a little bit of time in little chunks to get your list ready, then go through section by section and add items and come back and add items later if you want. Or add items from the weekly ad and then come Thursday morning when I get the unadvertised deals list posted, sometimes Wednesday night, just depends on how long the list is. Then you could come back and add all the unadvertised deals to your Publix shopping list too, and have them all, it's an ongoing work of art, if that's what you want to consider it, that you can constantly update and add to it. Is a wonderful feature that it's saved. Now, if you are not logged in, your lists do not save, and you do not have the ability to keep adding to a list either, because the system doesn't know who you are. That is the only reason that you log in. I do not keep information on you. I do not care if you buy peanut butter or don't buy peanut butter. We don't sell your information. It's just so that we can save your shopping list. Barbara, which stores currently take competitor coupons? Publix, Bi-Lo, Harris Teeter, Lowe's Foods. Those are your 4 main stores that take competitor coupons. So Publix, Bi-Lo, Lowe's Foods, and Harris Teeter. And there were some Food Lions that actually rolled that out, now that I think about it. I know that my Food Lion lovers, y'all were probably all about to jump on me and mention that one. But Food Lions as well have added in that ability. So you can check with your Food Lion though, because it's not every store, but hopefully that will help. If those are your stores, then you're set. I know we're losing Bi-Lo. That's sad in South Carolina. I did see the news announcement though that some Bi-Los are now going to turn into Lowe's Foods, which is like 1 billion times better than your Bi-Lo turning into a Food Lion in my book. Lowe's Foods doubles, guys, and they take competitor coupons. So exciting day if you are one of those Bi-Los that just turned into a Lowe's Foods and not into a Food Lion. Okay, the last thing that I want to mention here before we hop off in terms of staying de-stressed or keeping this low stressed. The more you get into couponing, sometimes the more fun it is, and sometimes you need to be reminded that you will see the sale again. So you can chant that to yourself as you walk through a store if you don't have the coupon for it, or maybe you're pondering getting in the car and going out for another run to a store. We will see the deal again. I do not have to make a run to the store just to get one or two things because a new deal has popped up. I can wait until the next time I'm going out, or I do not have to run home and get a coupon just because I'm grabbing something and it's a clearance item and I know I have a coupon for it at home. You've got a couple options actually. If you're going to be in the store and you want to go ahead and grab it now, ask your store, can I come back with a coupon later? Most stores will say yes. Never hurts to ask. Or just leave it there. It's not the only sale you're going to see. Odds are that item is on the clearance section because it's almost out of date. And that's a scary item actually for a couponer to grab because I've got a pantry full of food. So if I bring home something that's about out of date, I got to make sure that we eat it first. And that doesn't always end up happening. So clearance deals, they're just 50% off. They're just buy one, get one deals that we will see in a few more weeks. So in a sense, it's like giving yourself permission to stand down. You do not have to get every deal that's out there. For me, I go to town once a week to go grocery shopping. So, and my whole family knows that. If we're out of something, you are gonna wait until the next time that I go grocery shopping. We go to, we shop our one grocery store, we shop our one drugstore once a week. And if a deal pops up in between then that I think I can't live without, maybe I'll try to grab it online, or we'll live without until we get to the store, or maybe we don't get it at all. That just takes off a lot of stress from us. Keep in mind, when I say go to town, I literally mean that because the grocery stores for us are about a 30-minute drive. So I'm not going to just go hauling into Publix and killing an hour just in the car to get there for one deal. That puts a lot in perspective once Publix is a little further away. If Publix was right next door for you though, you're still spending time. So you still have to think about what's my time worth and not killing your time to get every single deal that's popping up. Just keep a running list of them and get them the next time that you're in the store. So, if Matt's telling us that we've got rain checks back in Central Florida, then hopefully the rest of us are gonna have rain checks back again soon. And that's awesome because now you really don't feel the need to run out. Just get a rain check and you could have that deal later. So it's exciting to hear that normalcy is returning to grocery land. Is there a resource that will tell us what day of the week each stores upload store coupons or when their store and sales run turnover? So Tara, in general, every grocery ad, new ads start on Wednesday, end on Tuesday, unless you live in Florida, and then Publix starts on Thursday. But pretty much everywhere, Wednesday to Tuesday for grocery. For non-grocery, so Walmart, Target, drugstores, it's Sunday to Saturday for ads. And typically for new digital coupons, those all get loaded on the day that the ad started. We also see a new batch of coupons on Sundays on every site because they tend to mimic the coupons that came in the Sunday paper. Not all, but some will come out in the Sunday paper and available as digital coupons. So those will get loaded on Sundays because they came out in the Sunday paper. But a chunk, most of them, if your ad starts on a Wednesday, then they come out on a Wednesday. And that's when you want to get in the habit of looking at your e-coupons. So looking on Sundays and Wednesdays in general for grocery stores, and Sundays for Target and CVS and Walgreens, and you're going to be set. You can check other times, but those are the big times that we check them, and they take us a little bit of time to go through them. So those are the ones that you would want to keep tabs on too. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and call it there. We'll be back next Monday night, same time. I haven't decided what we're going to talk about. I kind of threw this one in there as I pondered this week and what folks were asking a lot of time. So we'll see what we chat on next Monday night, same time, 8:30. I'll also be on tomorrow at 2. Unless Facebook's decided I can't, but that's my plan, tomorrow at 2 for all of the week-long drugstore deals. So hope you guys can make that one too, and I will talk to you again soon. So thanks for joining me, guys, and y'all have a great night.